We are baking a red snapper with some of the seasoning, and over it we are going to make a tomato, lime, cilantro, ginger garlic sauce. It's going to be delicious. So for the baked fish, you can fry it too, you like, but we want to be healthier, so we're going to bake. So you can do any seasoning you like, garlic powder, onion powder. So you don't have to follow my seasoning, but this is what we like. This one has no salt with garlic and herb. The sauce has salt in it, so you don't need to season your fish so heavily in salt. So more like any seasoning you like, Creole seasoning. And this is a fishmonger seasoning. It's a seafood blend with lemon and herbs. So the measurement is, I'll put it in the description. You put it all into a bowl and we're going to rub it into the fish. So the fish I'm using today is a red snapper. Look at how huge this fish is. My sister Gwen came to visit and she gave us this red snapper. Already clean from the fish market. Now all we gotta do is season it and bake it. Okay, with the seasoning mixture that we make, I'm going to sprinkle over the fish. So this is cooking the way you want it, so you know what you like for savory and flavoring. So you just do what you like. Make sure you open up in the inside as well. Look at how clean that is. Now we're just going to rub. Make sure you get both sides now. So this is all herbs and spices that you like. And don't add too much salt, so you can season it any way you like. Okay, we're going to add some butter. This fish is so big. My sister's going to help me add some butter in here. Butter, fat carry flavor. But if you're watching your diet, you don't have to add the butter. But for great tasting, add the butter. Now we're going to bake this fish at 350. And let's give it 30 minutes and then we'll check. Show you an easy way to peel the ginger. Just take a spoon and just scrape off the skin. See how easy this is? And you don't cut yourself, and you're not taking too much of the ginger off. So pretty much everything is off. Now with a tight groove, just break it, and you can go in there with a knife to take off anything else that your spoon can't take off. Look at that, nice and easy. While the fish is baking, we are going to make the tomato, lime, ginger, garlic, cilantro sauce. So I use avocado oil. You can use any oil that you like except for extra virgin olive oil. Your favorite brand fish sauce, make sure you spend good money on it. Red Boat or Fuguok is a good brand. We have stewed tomato, or you can use fresh tomato as well. This stewed tomato has onion, celery, and green peppers in there already. And a little chicken broth. This is optional. You just add dimension to your sauce. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. And I already prepped some garlic, ginger, lime, and scallion. Wash your cilantro. Once you peel the ginger, I use a microplane to get the ginger nice and fine, so that way you don't have to chop it. See? If you get too small and you can't do it, just leave it chunk. You don't want to grate your finger, but look at that, nice and fine. In a saute pan, we're gonna add our avocado oil, like 4 tablespoons. You want to add your ginger in first, because garlic will burn, so you want to sweat out your ginger, let it get aromatic. Okay, leave your heat on medium high. You want to saute your garlic, you want to saute your ginger. Oh, it smells so good. Now you want to add your garlic. You see you need a little more oil. You want to add a little more oil. Once the garlic is aromatic, you don't want anything to burn. You don't want your spices to burn. Now you add in your tomato sauce. Now you can turn it on high. Now your tomato can, you want to fill it up with water, and you are going to pour half of the can of water in here. This is a 28-ounce can, so you're going to do 14 ounces of water. Now we're going to let that simmer on high. You want to let it simmer like this for about 20 minutes. So we're going to add our sugar. So I'm using coconut sugar. That's what we like in the house. But coconut sugar is not really sweet, so I'm using half a cup here. And you make this according to your taste bud. So if you're doing white sugar, start with 1/3 of a cup. Because tomato is very acidic. So the sugar will tone it down. Now I'm using chicken broth. I'm doing a teaspoon, because remember your canned tomato already has sodium in it, so you don't need that much. But if you're doing fresh tomato, you will have to increase your either your salt, your fish sauce, or your chicken bouillon, whatever you like. So we let that simmer for 20 minutes. We're going to take a fresh lime and we're going to zest the lime zest. Don't do it too hard. You don't want to get to the white of the skin, then become bitter. Okay, that's good enough. You don't need the whole lime. This is a nice small amount. I left this little gadget from Temu, and this only cost me like $3 or less. Can't remember exactly. But this one you can zest, small amount. If you don't have this, you can use a fork. Stick it into your lime and just squeeze out the juice. It depends how juicy your lime is. This looks like a pretty dry lime, so I might have to use another one. Okay, we have the juice of 1.5 lime, because that one was a little dry. So this is like a 1/4 cup. Okay, it's been simmering for 20 minutes. Now let's add our seasoning. Now we're going to add our fish sauce. So start with a tablespoon of fish sauce. And then you're going to taste. And you're going to add according to how you like it. See, my sister likes a little spicy, so I'm going to add some pepper in there. You can do pepper flakes, fresh pepper. This is fresh from our garden last year. So I froze it. So I put it in to any sauce I like it a little spicier. I don't like too much spice, so you check after too. Alright, let's taste. See, make sure it's salty enough, sour enough, sweet enough. But I think we need a little more salt and sugar. So we're going to add another tablespoon of fish sauce. So that's 2. I'm going to start with a 1/4 cup of coconut sugar. This is a 1/2 cup in here. I don't want to add too much, and you can't take away, but you can always add more. So let this dissolve, and we'll taste it again. Okay, let's see. Remember, I said coconut sugar is not that sweet. So definitely we need that whole cup of coconut sugar. Now if you do white sugar, definitely you won't need as much sugar. So depending what kind of sugar you use. You can do honey too if you don't want coconut sugar or white sugar. So off camera, I added some more fish sauce right here. So a total of 3 tablespoons of fish sauce, 2 teaspoons of chicken bouillon, and 2 3/4 cup of coconut sugar, just to bring the acidic down, and a total of 3 lime. All depends on how juicy your lime is, don't forget. Now you've seen how water has reduced down almost half, so that's making your sauce really savory. Now we're going to add the scallions. You can turn off the heat. Once you add the scallion, and of course the heat is off, just residual heat right now, you want to add a whole bunch of cilantro. The more the merrier. It depends on how much you like. Now we're going to taste it all together. I'm going to let my sister taste it, and you can tell me. Okay, tell me how it tastes. To your liking?
It's very good. This is very good. Very savory. You can taste the sweetness of the coconut sugar, but it's not overpowering because it balances out the acidity from the tomatoes. So it's actually a very savory and sweet dish. It'll go perfect on the fish.
Okay, and we're going to check the fish. It should be about 35 minutes. Okay, 35 minutes up. And I'm looking at this fish. I can tell it's not done yet. You can see in the gill. So we're going to give another 20 minutes. Let's check our fish. Ooh, look at that. Because it's a really big fish and the bone, I want to make sure it's cooked all the way. We're going to take the temperature. Let's take the temperature. Yeah, 168, 171. See, it's juicy. Let's see. We can, this part right here is 161. So let's come out clear. So let's leave it in for another 15 minutes. We put in the cilantro and the onion, residual heat. Look at all wilted. So you want to save some of your cilantro. And now it's still warm here, but it's not boiling hot like before. Now you can add more cilantro in, and will keep your sauce nice and green. And if you don't want that much cilantro, you don't have to add that much, but this is the key to the sauce right here. Look at that. Nice and green sauce. Check our fish. Oh, yes, it's done. Look at that. Let's take this out. Okay, look at that fish. Look at that steaming hot fish. Let's look at it from above. Looks good. All right, let's base with our sauce. Say the cilantro sauce. We're gonna taste it. That's enough. Gorgeous. Giant fish. Here. Red snapper fish. Sauce from the fish, you can add it together with the tomato cilantro sauce. So it's up to you. Wow, look at how white and flaky this red snapper is. So you can get some of this juice from the fish. Baste the rest of it. Wow, look at that. Nice piece of fish. Okay, my sister, you gonna try it? Fish with jasmine white rice and the sauce.
Perfect blend. This red snapper is delicious and nice and flaky. It's not overcooked, it's perfect, and the flavoring is absolutely divine. It's not too strong, it's just a nice even way of eating a beautiful fish. What a nice ending for him.
How you know it's a him?
It's a him.
Anyway, you don't have to get this giant big fish like we did. You can just do a fillet, bake it, and put the sauce over it, and be delicious. Bon appetit!